I want to pull cards and just see what they have to say about Epstein files being released tomorrow. Let's see what the cards, this is the dark tarot because I think it's pretty, you know, with these ones. Nothing light about it. With his cronies and his sycophants out there trying to cover this up. So let's see what the energy is with this. So the center of it we have, yeah, painful. Mentally, physically painful. What's crossing it? Hangman. Yeah, they're going to try to do something to stall. Again, as usual, they're up to something to try to stall it. Let's see what else the energy is. When it comes to this moving forward in motion, again, crossing it is, yeah, mentally pulling away. Hanging it up, pulling away, mentally trying to close it down because it's so painful to go forward because his name is all over those files. Above it, we have facing loss, the 5 of Cups. Foundation is 10 of Pentacles. We have the Republicans, Repugly Uglies with this. So let's see what the energy is coming into it. About the new information that's supposed to be coming out. The information. The wheel is turning on that. They can't hide it forever, but they're doing all they can to try to obstruct. Yeah, because they think they're above it all, the Hierophant. They're the authorities. They think that they're above it all when it comes to the investigations. So we see where this is going. They're trying to railroad the investigations. Now we know that they had thousands of people working on this to pull Trump's name out of it. Because, you know, he's a victim and people would be hurt by this, so we can't put it out there. When he talks about people being hurt, he's talking about himself. So again, we have Bondi, Patel, etc., thinking they're above it. They're the authorities when it comes to the investigation. The new information, the wheel is turning that's supposed to be coming out tomorrow. But in the center of it, this is painful. To move it forward would be facing loss when it comes to the Republicans. So the energy going forward is what? Justice. Justice. What is going to happen with justice? The world. Okay. Justice. The world knows what's going on with this guy. The world wants justice. Like the reading I had the other day, their eyes are all on this, not just in the U.S. Everybody's watching this. In what's coming forward, what's being presented, what they're trying to hide. When it comes to what? 6 of Cups, the Epstein files. The Epstein files, justice, the world. They want it. And so they are what's pushing the whole reading, trying to figure out their next move. How to figure out the next move, crossing it, to hang it up, because this would kill him, and to repress it. To repress it. Okay? Because this would be a loss. They would lose the Republicans, many of them, with this. This is painful when it comes to where this is moving to. Again, Bondi and Patel, think they're above it all, think they're the authorities when it comes to the investigations. When it comes to the new information that's supposed to be coming out tomorrow, okay, the wheel is turned. They've said this has got to be released, but the energy going forward is justice when it comes to the world in what's being offered up when it comes to the Epstein files, okay? So let's do a clarifying read and see what it's going to say on this. But it says, yeah, they're trying to figure a way to obstruct and stall tomorrow when this is supposed to be released, okay? They're trying to find some way to obstruct and stall from coming out. So let's see what the clarifying read has to say on this. So the center of it all, they're out in the cold. Okay? 5 of Pentacles. Out in the cold, outside of genuine spirituality, outside of truth, etc. Again, wanting to repress this mentally, declining. We don't want you to see it at all. But they're feeling a bit battle weary. They're trying to stand guard again there, but they're outside in the cold when it comes to being able to totally repress it. Okay? So one side again trying to hang it up. This is the kiss of death, but they're doing all they can to stall. When it comes to the cups, to releasing it, to sharing this information, new action. So they're planning something, battle weary, some type of action they're going to try to do, but because it's about the ultimate truth. We want the ultimate truth to come out. So the other side of it, we have the investigations. Above it, we have Trump trying to be emperor, trying to be king, wanting to control this. When it comes to the information coming out, battle weary with the action of the information that's supposed to be coming out, and judgment. Because the truth is, judgment is coming with that. So again, new action, he's out in the cold. With new information out in the cold when it comes to sharing it. The truth is bringing judgment. And they're trying to hang it up when it comes to the investigations, but they are out in the cold. So let's see what we have underneath of it all. Trying to figure out the next action. To keep things up in the air, 7 of Cups. From the message coming out, concrete message. Again, a message about an action. Trying to keep control of the actions. The King of Wands are being ruled by the actions. Facing a loss. When it comes to the Republicans, what's being offered up to the world. And again, trying to block this information. 2 of Swords, blocking it. And he's delusional, the things done by the dark of night. The Moon, when it comes to justice. The things they're trying to hide, the High Priestess. And they are now being pushed to the edge. Because the people want it released, the Magatonians, the 10 of Cups. for what's being handed out, the Six of Pentacles, and the burden when it comes to the dark side, the devil, the stuff that they're chained, that they're trying to obstruct. When it comes to the long-term reality, mentally they are being restricted with a message about an action. When it comes to Trump, the star, that they're trying to manipulate with this new cup of abominations coming out. Okay, that they're trying to get away with, the Seven of Swords, trying to get away with it when it comes to anything concrete coming out. It's an absolute abuse of power. And it's time for the lid to come off and reveal what was going on with Trump, the White House, the one that's in the White House now, Four of Wands, the White House, and an agreement that's being worked on, Eight of Pentacles, when it comes to the evidence in hand, and an ending, okay, an ending. So they're trying to come up with some sort of a scheme when it comes to releasing the files. They're either going to try to obstruct it in some way again to keep it from coming out, or releasing it with anything to do with Trump scrubbed out of it. They're going to try to scrub his name out of it, because he's a victim in this, which they may be able to do for a time, but I think they will have some trouble with the courts when it comes to that, trying to scrub his name. Let's see what we have. Yeah, what's hidden, High Priestess, information. Yeah, Republicans stuff, what he's trying to hide. Now, this could be also trying to scrub any information about high-level Republicans that have been involved in this. They'll put out anything they have about Democrats. Now, what they found out, Trump has said, that Clinton's been to the island 26 times, and they say that that's not true. They haven't found any evidence of that. But 9 out of 10, that 26 times is Trump, because that's what he does. He confesses and puts it on somebody else. So the one that's been at the island and all over Trump, all over Epstein's place, whether it's New Mexico or down the road, down the street from him in Florida, or down the street from him in New York as well, it's going to be Trump that's been in, buddy-buddy with him. You don't see things coming out from Clinton that was wishing him a happy birthday with the hidden messages and the, things that we've got in common that are hush-hush, You don't see anything with Clinton, although he wants to try to push it to Clinton. Now, I wouldn't doubt that Clinton has ever been involved with it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Okay? We know he's a horn dog. What he was doing with Lewinsky there. So I would not be surprised. But it's not Clinton that's all over those files. It's Trumpenstein. Okay? Trump's the one that's doing the modeling stuff and the beauty pageants and, bragging, you can get away with anything. I can walk in there and salivate over these young girls and, yeah. It's not Clinton that was having Epstein in for Thanksgiving dinner at the White House. Okay? So yeah, they're going to do all they can tomorrow. Some sort of an obstruction, thinking they're above the law. You know, the Hierophant, we're above it all. We are the ones that are chosen. We are the chosen ones. So they're going to try something underhanded tomorrow to either repress the whole thing, or what if they release anything, it will be with Trump scrubbed, high level Republicans scrubbed, etc. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But everything that they're trying to repress, eventually this is going to come out, and it's not going to fare well for them trying to continue to run this interference and obstruction. Again, I want to pull some cards and say what is going to happen with their careers with doing all they can to obstruct this. Are there going to be consequences for Patel and for Bondi, etc.? What's being birthed? Trying to go forward, but their choices in life. Okay? So it's what's coming out, the nature of it, what's being birthed, trying to run away, trying to get out of it, okay, based on their actions. So they're going to try to run away from this, okay? They're going to try to find some way to leave, to make it better for themselves. But let's pick 3 more cards and see, but how is that going to work for them? They're going to try try to run away from this, try to be ferried to somewhere better. Now, judgment, the wheel is turning. Now, they're dead in the water. Judgment, the wheel is turning, and the swords are out. They can't get away from all the stuff that they've tried to do with this. They can try to run away. They can try to make it better. All these excuses, all this drama, but no, it's not going to work. Judgment, the wheel is turning. Their time is coming, and it's not ending well. They've killed their careers. They've killed their integrity. It's all gone. And Trump is out of the White House in one way or another. Either he's leaving the physicality of form, Article 25, impeachment, but some ways, somehow, it's coming. He's going down, and all the rats that have decided to buy the ticket on that ship are going down as well. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.